One of the first to have his book hit interviewed Ron Klain, who was Joe Biden's chief of staff for almost all of his presidency. And he went on the record saying that Biden thought he was president of NATO. Weren't we together when that broke? Didn't we talk about this? He thought he was president of NATO and didn't realize he was president of the United States. Where was that follow-up, ladies of The View? I must have missed it.
There's something just totally absurd about all of this, right? You got Jill Biden stepping in there and saying, late night briefings, phone calls. Well, I'm in bed and I'm reading my book and Joe's still working. Like, let me assure you the youthful vigor of the man who couldn't complete answering this question. You know, like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. The guy's on this. He's sitting next to you, falling asleep.
Yeah. Again, I think it goes back to the same thing we said earlier about with Kamala Harris. I kept repeating the line of she's competent. She's competent. She's so qualified. She's so qualified. If you're sitting next to a skeleton nodding off and you're saying, listen, he works so hard. He puts in these long hours. If you have to keep telling people, oh, he's fine. He keeps working these long, hard hours. No one believes it. And every time you say it, they believe it less and less.
I mean, none of the women on The View that are sitting there are just kind of like glancing over at him while she's giving that stem winder. And they're like, you know, he kind
his jaw's like hanging on the floor.
He looks like
they can't do it. They can't do a live follow-up. You know, they can't. It's not. If you just stay steeped in the news, you could easily say, "Well, his chief of staff went on the record and said the following." Maybe their producers behind the scenes need to get smarter and just write in the little follow-up. They're likely to say he worked very hard, or that none of his staff members wrote these books. Here is your follow-up, you nimrods.